The recent unexpected announcement that Laie Theater would be closing its doors tomorrow has left theater workers, community members, and students unsettled. As of yet, very little information is available about the situation, and no explanation has been given for the closure. The news comes as a shock both to employees and Hawaii Reserves Incorporated. A phone interview with HRI representatives affirmed that, quote, they had nothing to do with the closure, and they just found out this morning. Whether or not the closure is permanent is also yet to be determined. Displaced employees and concerned community members gathered to protest the decision this afternoon.
Yesterday, April 15, 2008, I got a phone call from my assistant manager, and we just were informed by an email that we were laid off and they were closing the theater April 17th. So tomorrow we were given 2 days notice. They didn't give us any reasoning for the closing. They just told us that it was stopped being operated through an email. Our general manager hasn't given us any other information, so we're all kind of confused about it. We're trying to protest to see if we can get Scott Wallace from Hollywood Theaters to keep our theater in operation.
I'm associated with the theater through working here for almost 4 years. And before that, my family is a constant movie family. We always come to the theaters. I'm one of the assistant managers now. I found out about this last night, right before our concert choir concert. And yeah, and we're supposed to be closing tomorrow night. So instead of like a 2 weeks notice, we have a 2-day notice, and it's not very fair. It's not fair to us as workers, and it's not fair to the community.
Protesters insist that the theater is a needed asset to the community, providing children and young adults with a safe place to spend time in the evenings. They state that during previous closures of the theater, the amount of children hurt and killed in traffic accidents increased significantly, and carry signs reading, "Keep our kids off the streets." BYOH students were also unhappy to hear about the closure.
I just heard about the closure today, and I was really surprised by it because everyone loves the Laie Theater, and it's a great opportunity it's a great thing for students to do on whenever and go see movies, and it's a lot cheaper than anywhere else. And I don't know why the heck they're closing it, because there's not going to be anything else left to do in Laie.
I actually just found out that it's closing, which is kind of a shock because it was the nice $3 cheap movie to go to. You know, the ones that you didn't want to pay full price for, but you did want to see. So, I don't know, it's going to be a gaping hole in Laie. Just what's everyone going to do now when they're bored? Other than the beach and whatnot, or stare at each other. But so, yeah, bring it back.
It's a really great thing to have in Laie for students to do and families. My husband's family goes there all the time. They love movies. You don't have to waste gas. You just walk there, and it seems like a good thing to have in Laie, and I'm sad that they're shutting it down.
I'm really sad because that's a really good cheap date night for young marrieds, and now I don't know what we're going to do. So I'm disappointed. I think it's very sad, and the community should do something about it. We should all band together and keep it open.
It was cheap, and it was, it was fun. So I'm sad. Yeah, I wish they keep it open.
It's the only movie theater in Laie. It's the only entertainment that we have here in Laie. What do you want to do? What are we gonna do in Laie? We just have the beach and the movie theater.
People interested in speaking out against the closure have been encouraged by protesters to contact the following Hollywood Theater's representatives.